Welcome, esteemed viewers, to our channel, where we embark on an in-depth exploration of the recent conflicts in Israel and the profound questions surrounding the identity of the Palestinians. Your engagement has been invaluable, with numerous inquiries about the origins of the Palestinians as mentioned in the Bible. In our steadfast commitment to a comprehensive approach, we proudly introduce a new series titled The Origins of Peoples According to the Bible. This series goes beyond the confines of biblical references, incorporating insights from history, genetics, and linguistics. Given the current intense conflicts in Israel, we are gearing up for a special video dedicated to unraveling the origin of the Palestinian people. The burning question of whether they are truly descendants of Ishmael will be examined closely. We extend an invitation to join us for another enlightening episode of our series, where we delve into the origins of the Palestinians according to the Bible and various fields of study. Stay tuned for an episode that will take you through the book of Genesis, specifically chapter 16, verses 10, 11, and 12. These verses recount the angel of the Lord speaking to Hagar, promising to multiply her descendants and naming her son Ishmael. The prevalent belief that present-day Palestinians are direct descendants of Ishmael is often cited as a contributing factor to the ongoing conflicts in the Gaza region of Israel. It is paramount to question whether this assertion accurately represents reality. The ethnic background of the Palestinians is far more diverse than commonly believed. Beyond their Arab roots and predominant Islamic faith, Palestinians boast a rich blend of ancestry. Many share a significant genetic connection with ancient Jews who converted to Islam during the 6th and 7th centuries. The origins of the Palestinian national group, situated in the southern land, have been meticulously studied, delving into linguistic and genetic aspects. Nationalist ideologies have given rise to numerous myths surrounding this population. Understanding that Palestinians, despite being predominantly Arab and Muslim, are not a homogeneous group is essential. They embody significant diversity in terms of religious practices, languages, cultures, and even ethnic groups. The demographic history of Palestine is a complex tapestry shaped by historical events, migrations, and influences from various imperial powers over the centuries. Wars, uprisings, and religious developments have played pivotal roles in the region's demographic evolution, influencing immigration patterns and conversions. From the Middle Ages until the early 20th century, the Arab-Muslim population became the primary religious group in the region. Many Palestinian villages and notable families can trace their origins back to their clans, known as Hamula. These clans, consisting of nomadic tribes from the Arabian Peninsula, settled in the region either before or after the Islamic conquest, while a small number of Palestinian families still maintain oral traditions that trace back to their Jewish and Samaritan roots. Efforts to construct a Palestinian national identity and unite the nation based on consciousness have played a significant role in Palestine's internal history. This stands in contrast to the prevalent identities among Palestinians, such as clan, local tribal, and Islamic identities. The complex demographic history of Palestine has been influenced by various historical events and migrations over the centuries. During the Bronze Age, the region was primarily inhabited by Canaanites who spoke Phoenician. In the early Iron Age, the Israelites emerged as a distinct ethnic and religious group in the region with Hebrew roots, unlike the Canaanites who had Canaanite origin. They established the kingdoms of Israel and Judah, which later fell to the Assyrians and Babylonians, resulting in forced exile to the east. Subsequently, the region came under the rule of the Achaemenid and Seleucid empires during classical antiquity. Jews eventually became the majority population in Palestine and briefly enjoyed independence under the Hasmonean dynasty. However, the region was later incorporated into Roman rule. The Jewish-Roman wars, particularly the Bar Kokhba revolt, led to the death, displacement, and enslavement of many Jews, causing a significant decline in the Jewish population in Judea in the following centuries. The region experienced political and economic turmoil, conversions to Christianity, and religious persecution of minorities. Under Byzantine rule, a Christian majority formed due to Christian immigration and the departure of Jews. This era was also marked by conflicts such as Samaritan uprisings and the conversion of the local population. In the 7th century, Arabs who had adopted Islam conquered the Levant, and over the following centuries, Muslim dynasties such as the Umayyads, Abbasids, and Fatimids ruled the region. This rule resulted in a significant decrease in the population of Palestine over the centuries, falling from around 1 million during the Roman and Byzantine periods to about 300,000 at the beginning of the Ottoman period. During this time, many people converted to Islam, adopted Arab culture, and began speaking Arabic. It is believed that Arab colonization, both before and after the Muslim conquest, accelerated the process of Islamization in the region. Notably, a significant portion of the population in the Navis area of Palestine descended from Samaritans who converted to Islam. The Samaritans were descendants of Israelite tribes and had Assyrian origins. It is unclear whether the conversion to Islam occurred before or after the Crusades, with some suggesting that Palestine was already predominantly Muslim when the Crusaders arrived. However, arguments have been made that the mass Islamization process occurred later, possibly during the Mamluk period. The Mamluk period, spanning from the 13th to the 19th centuries, refers to the dominance of military leaders known as the Mamluks in various regions of the Islamic world, particularly Egypt and Syria. The most famous Mamluk leader was Saladin, who reconquered Jerusalem from the Crusaders and established a dynasty that lasted for centuries. Mamluk rule in Egypt ended in 1517. When the Ottoman Empire conquered Egypt, the Mamluks were absorbed into the Ottoman system, but maintained some local autonomy. The demographic composition of Palestine has been shaped by various waves of migration, including Egyptian migration during the reigns of Muhammad Ali and Ibrahim Pasha, as well as the immigration of Algerians after the Abu Qaid uprising in the 18th and 19th centuries. In the second half of the 19th century, migrations of Indo-European peoples to Palestine, including Slavic Bosnians and Circassians, contributed to the region's demographics. During Ottoman rule, the population of Palestine decreased and remained between 150,000 and 250,000 people over several centuries. The origins of the Palestinians revolve around Arab and Islamic culture. Today, many Palestinians feel a strong connection to the civilizations that once inhabited the land of Palestine. During the time of the Ottomans, Palestinians saw themselves as descendants not only of the Arab conquerors of the 7th century, but also of the indigenous people who had lived in the region since ancient times. An anthropological study conducted by Palestinians reveals that the Palestine region has been home to a diverse range of peoples throughout history. All these groups considered it their homeland, including the Canaanites, Philistines, Israelites, Hebrews, Arabs descended from Esau, Romans, and Arabs. These groups have all played a part in shaping Palestine's diverse cultural and ethnic heritage. Contrary to claims made by certain internet theorists, suggesting that Palestinians are exclusively descendants of Ishmael, the reality is that Palestinians have a varied heritage influenced by Jewish, Edomite, Aramean, Canaanite, and Philistine ancestry. These groups have intermingled over time, and it is evident that the Palestinian people predominantly possess Semitic origins, both in terms of their physical characteristics and genetics. Recent genetic studies have demonstrated that Jews and Palestinians are genetically more closely related to each other than to Jews from other countries, particularly in terms of their paternal lineage. The distribution of the Y chromosome in Arabs and Jews shows significant similarities, suggesting a shared origin in the Arabian Peninsula. Additionally, Palestinians share genetic similarities with Jordanian Bedouins, Saudi Arabs, and certain Jewish groups from southern Europe, who are their closest genetic neighbors. The genetic resemblances between Jews and European populations can be attributed to historical interactions and intermixing between Jews and various European ethnic groups, such as the Ashkenazi Jews. This ongoing mixture over time has contributed to the observed genetic similarities. It is interesting to note that genetic studies consistently indicate that Arabs, Jews, and Palestinians do not originate from distant populations, but rather share a common ancestry. A DNA study conducted by Nebel supports this claim, revealing a significant genetic similarity between Arabs, Israeli Jews, and Palestinians. Nebel suggests that many Muslim Palestinians may actually descend from local inhabitants, particularly Jews who converted after the 7th century, a Islamic conquest. Therefore, today's Palestinians have a diverse ancestry, including Jews, Aramean, Ishmaelites from the Nebet tribe, descendants of Esau, as well as Canaanites and Philistines. This genetic diversity reflects the intricate historical background of the region. Numerous individuals have raised inquiries about the events occurring in the Middle East and biblical prophecies, specifically those associated with Gog and Magog. In our upcoming video, we will explore these recent events and discuss whether Gog and Magog are imminent. We encourage you to subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to ensure you do not miss our upcoming videos. We look forward to seeing you soon on this journey of exploration and discovery.